All scripture is God-breathed. It is good for transforming our heart, mind, and soul. Welcome to a video about the goodness of God. Have you considered that the way that you treat scripture is reflected in the way that you dialogue with people who you consider not to be believers? Sometimes I think we are interacting with someone who may have much deeper faith than we could ever imagine. We see this in the way that Jesus calls out people who are not even part of the people of Israel, who are seen as having faith in God. I believe that Jesus Christ is God and that his goodness surpasses anything that I can ever imagine. So I've had a number of quite intense theological conversations with people. I've even attended events where physical harm was threatened based upon a theological difference. That's life. People react strongly to these issues. As a follower of Jesus, the strongest message that we can hold has something deeply connected to the goodness of God. We speak of love. If we have taken our heart to God, we'll hear the goodness of God, both in the way that we present that. I've seen this happen in my life. I've been rejoicing in a way that I cannot find words to express. When I've heard others speak of Jesus in this way, I believe that that is some of the story of the gospel, that it keeps on going on and transforming. I think it also takes great courage if you are from a different religion and faith, and I can say this because I have stepped out of my secular worldview to step into this faith of Jesus. I did not grow up in this faith. So if you are someone who is considering following Jesus, it takes intellectual and spiritual and moral courage to even consider following Jesus. And sadly, as followers of God pursuing Jesus, many times people have created these huge, unhelpful barriers to your progress. I hope that you, as someone from a different faith, would consider following Jesus when you hear and read this scripture. The first one is from John chapter 10, verse 30. Jesus declared, "I and the Father are one." John chapter 14, 6. He said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." Matthew 16. When Jesus asked his disciples, "Who do you say I am?" Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." John chapter 8. Very truly I tell you, before Abraham was, I am. That's potentially his most inflammatory and hard-hitting statement, echoing the Old Testament words of God himself. If you see the goodness of God in the scriptures, in the words of Jesus, and if you hear it, something of the heart connect of someone communicating something of the love and the goodness of God, then you've seen something of Jesus. That's my thesis for this video. And I think it's also very true for the negative side. I appreciate your comments, whether you agree or not. I only ask you to be respectful, as I have aimed to be to you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.